All right, getting right to the point of this video, well, not the point of this video, but addressing the first thing you're going to see, which is how I'm dressed in a Captain America outfit with the Captain America plates. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I actually did some heavy-ish work as part of my normal work week, keeping on program in a stupid Captain America outfit to review those On It Captain America plates, which hopefully I'll put up next week. However, just for my deadlift session on day one, I did not do any work outside of what I did in my suit, if you will, the first suit I've worn for powerlifting, really. So a little bit of a spoiler alert, you guys get to see that early. I guess that's one of the benefits of actually watching my training logs. This week was tough overall, heavy work all around, really starting to catch up to me, I feel like, and it's really been tough to really pinpoint where my maxes are. I say that as I'm roughly just finishing the 6th week out of the programming, so I have probably 5 to 6 weeks of programming left. I really need to make a decision by this weekend, so the next 2 or 3 days, if I'm going to compete at USAPL Northeast Regionals, because that's really going to dictate how I program and how I peak and what I'm going to do. I'm also going to Seattle roughly 2 weeks before that meet would be, so that's something to consider. I wouldn't be able to peak as normal. I'd probably have to do it a week early. I'm also going on a small family vacation the week of the meet, so there's some things to consider, and if I don't compete on that meet, which would be I think August 18th and 19th, it would probably be my next meet in October. So I really need to make up my decision, but it's tough for me to kind of tell where I am just because of the frequency and the volume of what I've been doing on this programming. So I've been doing this programming for almost about 20 weeks now, and as part of that, I'm squatting 3 times per week. And this particular week, all of my squatting sessions were over 400 pounds. So my top back squat work here, what you're seeing are just some singles at 235, didn't move great, but I'm always super fatigued by this point because this is my 3rd squatting day of the week. Not to mention, I'm also deadlifting twice, benching 4 times. So it's tough to really tell where my levels are with all the fatigue that's built in. So it'll be interesting to see, regardless if I compete at the middle of August or if I just do an early test out or whatever. I'm curious to see where my levels are at because I feel generally pretty good. But again, my work capacity at this point, I feel like is pretty high. My training's been taking a good amount of time, but I've been making my way through it. I haven't really had to set my fatigue levels higher than a 5 or 6 in most instances, even though this week I was feeling particularly beat up. So things didn't move how I wanted them to, but once we dissipate some of that fatigue, maybe they'll move better. So we'll see. So that's all I have for you this week. I hope everyone has a great, fantastic weekend. In the meantime, as always, thanks so much for watching and stay big. And I do not have the incline dumbbell rows for you this time just because I got lazy and I was exhausted. So there's that.